Alright guys, good morning. So, we've got our new, what they call the shotgun mic for the cell phone, and it comes with a windsock, comes with a couple other attachments, but the windsock is definitely a huge plus, something that we needed with filming, because you notice every time I do an outside video you always hear that wind blowing through. So I did some testing with this and it actually comes out pretty well. So we'll be using this from now on. Alright guys, so I'm having to build everything down here, and I'm going to have to take it up top once it's completed built, once the build is complete, and then mark my holes to punch through the roof. It's just a bigger project than I thought. Right now, cutting some aluminum angles here for the ends just to hold the 2x4s in position. That'll be my start and stop point on this. So yeah, good times. Alright guys, so moving the camera around, trying to find a good spot. One thing I don't want to do is lose my drill bit. Now, because of the curvature or roundness of the top of this trailer, yeah, it was a new word I just learned, curvature. I can't make these frames for these panels exact to the panel size, so I'm actually going to have a little hangover on each of the panels. Now, of course, they've got pre-holes in these, okay, right there, which will not line up. So I have to set these panels out, flip that frame back on top of it, center to where I want the frame to be, measure out, and then mark and then pull out my holes, you know, draw those out where I want these holes at. So that's why I put the little angle iron on the, well, not iron, just angle aluminum on the ends of the 2x4s. I would just try to keep it as square as can be. It might move a little bit, but that's quite alright because I just shimmy it back in place. But yeah, so that's the plan, guys. I wanted to just set these panels up and bolt them down and everything be good, but it won't work out that way. One being, I wanted some heavy duty bolts. These are only 3/8, but they are 3.5 inches long. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I think I downsized them. And I lost my tape measure. Hold on. Alright guys, so these are 2.5 inch bolts. 2.5 inches of thread. These are 3/8. Now, I did have the 3.5 inch ones, but I was worried about head clearance when I go through the roof of the trailer. After all, we've already seen it's kind of low in there. So, it's like 5'8". So, we're already having to duck down. Now, like I said, we'll flip all this. Most of this project is either Home Depot or Harbor Freight. Hey, it works. I did have to get a Home Depot bucket. No, I'm not affiliated with these guys. I just go to Home Depot a lot. because when I went and got all the nuts for these things, the bolts were in a box of 25. I think, no, 50. Okay, there's 50 bolts. Figured in my head how many nuts I needed, and I think I only got 25 of them or something like that. They didn't have them in boxes, so I was dropping them everywhere all over Home Depot. So there was a bucket there, and I decided, you know what, I'll go and get the bucket. So we did. Also picked up some U-bolts. Alright, these are going to be used up front with that big metal pan that's, I don't know, it's right behind that tree. That's going to be used for installing our propane. So these here will be anchored down through the pan to the trailer frame on the tongue, where it splits at a V, well, at the top of a Y, and we use these to anchor these down. Would weld it, but I don't have access to a welder right now. That's at my buddy's house, and he is at work. So, since I am here not doing anything, I had to adjust the camera again. The sun's creeping out and it's just hitting it, but I don't have anything tall enough over here to keep the camera up. My tripod is only so tall. So, like I said, guys, we're going to put the panels out, and we're going to flip this over the frame, set on top of it, so I can measure out my bolt holes where I need to drill through. And when it comes to the back of these, where these bolt holes are, right here, my washer and bolt won't go through that. Alright, so when I get my exact measurement, what I'm going to do, I'm going to notch them. Alright, because I have large washers and everything. When it gets pulled down, it's not going to go anywhere because it's going to be directly across, so it can't slide back and forth or anything like that. So that's what we will be doing. This is one of the larger 100 watts, so we'll put this up probably first, that was down on the end. And I've got 3 more that are the same size, and we got the other 100 watt that's going to go on the back end here. So this here, this rack is for the first 400 watts. So let me go and get this flipped. Alright guys, so got the panels laid down. I still have to make sure my measurements are good and everything. I just brought them inside. I'm from outside. Real quick, I want to address a couple of comments that popped up in the last video, or the last trailer video. I had one ask if we were going to build or put a rubber wind mount deflector thing in front of the solar panels. That is a great idea. I do not have that. I do have a lot of aluminum here, and what I believe I'm going to do, I believe I'm going to sheet metal in an aluminum shield. That way the wind isn't carrying underneath the panels. That way when it's driving, the wind goes over the panels, not underneath, and that will help with the strain on the panels during travel. So great idea. I don't have the, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those. I'm not sure if it's something I can just go pick up or not, but excellent idea, and I think I'm just going to sheet metal it in. Another one was Anthony Electric. He pointed out that the inverter was turned upside down, and actually, yes, you are absolutely correct. Didn't even see that. Like you said, the instructions for that inverter were very nil. I did see your video when you got your inverter. Hopefully I get to see some more videos of that thing in operation. That'd be really cool. So yes, I still have to flip that over, and yeah, you are correct. Heat rises, and the way that the panel is, I set the panel up that way. I'm not the panel, the inverter that way, so I can read the readout. But really don't even need to read the readout because I've got the charge controllers and I've got the shunt and all that stuff I can read out. So yeah, I'll flip that over. I've got 6 gauge wire running off the back end. You pointed out a 4 gauge would probably be better. Yeah, definitely 4 gauge would be a lot better. The wires that came with it is really, I don't know what gauge they were. They're really flimsy, so I didn't use those anyway. But I did use my 6 gauge. But I will definitely go pick those up at Home Depot or Lowe's, whoever's got some 4-gauge. I tried purchasing online at Amazon for the 4-gauge wire, and it was just way too expensive there. But hey, maybe 4-gauge wire is just too expensive. But yeah, if you don't have the right gauge wire on your power, you're gonna have things melt, and especially the battery cables. So let's go ahead and get this installed, guys. Okay, got the shears out. I'm gonna do a test cut and make sure that this will cut this without warping everything all to pieces. So I thought I had was just bending one of these ears up, place the bolt in, and then bending the ear back. It is aluminum, so that might be an option. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. No. Alright, that's fine. Let's go with the original plan. Alright, so we got that. Now, like I said, I do have washers and all that good stuff in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So let's go ahead and get these out. Oh yeah. All right. Second needs to be trimmed just a little bit more. We can do that. Okay, so that will work. I just want to make sure I got enough room for my washer on the back side here. Oh, really? Come on now. Well, it looks like I'll be going back to Home Depot. This is supposed to be the appropriate washers for this bolt. Alright. There's too much play. You can see the head? It's not supposed to be that much play in a bolt. I'm relying on these bolts to anchor down and pull tight. And if I'm only getting that much of a bolt to bite down on that washer, that's not good. So, and the wife just took the truck to go to the laundromat. So now I feel like I'm going to be stuck for a few hours. So yeah, oh, we got some really bad lighting right now. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the washers will not fit. I mean, they'll go on, but if you start seeing gaps in the nut head like that, not good. These washers are supposed to be pretty close to the threads, so it's not enough material, guys. Dang, they even sold them right next to each other. I mean, they even labeled 3/8, and the bolts Well, that was my fault. I thought I would grab 3/8 bolts. No, I didn't. I grabbed 5/16. That's the screw up. That was me at the hardware store. Now the question is, will these nuts fit? Because these are supposed to be 3/8, and they won't. Dang it, man! I screwed up big time. So I'll be going back to the hardware store today. Again. Alright guys, coffee break. Well, I am now at a standstill on the solar panel project. I cannot move forward until I get new nuts and washers. I have decided to keep these bolts, the 5/16. Yeah, the 5/16 by 2.5. I think I remember what I did incorrectly. I had some 3.5 inch by 3/8 bolts in my hand. And I kept looking at it, and I know that 2x4 is not 2 inches thick. So I was thinking about us hitting our heads on these bolts. And of course, we'd be turning them this way inside the trailer. Then I was worried about it being too long. Granted, if I have access to the back of the panel, I could easily shear them off, no big deal. Run a threader, clean up the threads, but I don't have that. So I've got to wait. The wife went to go do laundry. She had to go pick up some stuff at the grocery store. It's like a little after noon right now, so that's going to be 2-3 hours. No, about 3 hours. Then I'm going to go to Home Depot. I'm going to try to exchange those nuts and washers for their perfect size I need. Got to keep my receipts. And usually I never had any problem as long as I'm exchanging stuff out. Got the receipts. And hopefully I can be back here in time to at least get this mounted, at least set it up there, because I don't have to sit there and lay all this out again and move everything because nightfall. Because as we've shown in the past, we got a lot of thieves running around the neighborhood. I can't wait to get to Wyoming, guys. I'm so sick and tired of people stealing stuff. You leave something in your yard, it's gone. Which I try not to leave anything in the yard, but you know, they go through your cars and everything else. Yeah, I'm just done with people, plain out simple. I'm just sick of it. Every time you turn around, you got someone trying to rip you off. So yeah. So I'm still going to turn the inverter over. I've got to finish out that bathroom. I put another coat of that rubberized sealant in there. I can do that, and that's about it today. I did get my lights in and my wiring to rewire the lights and stuff here. Got a new harness and everything for it. So that did come in today. I'll work on that some point in time this week. What's today, Monday? So yeah, I still got a couple days. Alright guys, so I'll catch you all later, and have a great day.